it's funny to call Mini, you know, one of their top players. I mean, he did do fairly well last season. He was one of their top rookies, I guess. I don't know if it's fair to say he's a rookie anymore. I mean, he's made a deep OSL run, but anyway. Yeah, making it to the OSL round of 8, pretty impressive stuff, so he's definitely a top level player. And he's going to be playing against C, another fairly strong player who unfortunately has a weakness in TVP. So I mean, just right off the bat, I would give this to Mini. C just cannot TVP for his life, for his entire team life, actually, for that matter. But we shall see. We'll have faith. Come on, C. Give us a good game at least. Give us a good game. Even if he loses as well, it's not like the biggest deal because there will then just be another game, a game 3 to see who takes the Brutal Best of 3. Yeah. And Kiet says C's positive this season. I didn't notice that. I guess that just means he hasn't played many Prodosses, right? I mean, last season he was terrible just because he only played Prodosses. Something something fighting! Alright, in the bottom right, as the green Protoss, we will have Mini. We're going to be watching another PVT here. In the top left, as the yellow Terran, is going to be C. We have a cross-map PVT on ground 0, which I think is a pretty decent map. I'd say cross positions is probably actually slightly better for Protoss. Shocking, I know. Sayle admitting that a map is not imbalanced for Terran. Because in the middle is like very, very open. There's almost no terrain. There's like a tiny bit of impassable ground in the middle, but that's it. It's mostly just open field, and a lot of it's actually unbuildable, I believe. So you can't even like mass depots and turrets and stuff to mess up the Protoss AI. Another thing is it's harder to turtle on 3 bases on this map because the easy third to take is actually a mineral only with reduced values, so it's not actually a very good base. Like, you can turtle on 3 base, but you're gonna have a weaker 3 base than another map. I don't know, like Fighting Spirit or whatever. So the better base that you actually want to take is either the 3 o'clock or the 9 o'clock, and obviously that's a little bit harder to take. You have to push out a little bit more, expose your tanks a little bit more. So yeah, I think in these positions definitely good for Protoss. Horizontal positions is another matter entirely. Horizontal positions sucks. Ugh, it's terrible for Protoss, but anyway. Okay, it's not terrible, but it's not so good. Anyway, we do have a barracks on the low ground here, so it's most likely going to be a 1-Rax expand from good old C. His favorite build in the entire world, and the build that was his downfall last season, where just like every Protoss going in was like, alright, C's totally gonna 1-Rax expand, let me just proxy gate him. I feel so bad. C's like such a nice guy, and he's like really supportive of the foreigner community and stuff as well. He like did a TL attack. As far as I know, is he the only Korean pro gamer who's done a TL attack? In Brood War, that is, aside, not StarCraft 2. I know in StarCraft 2 they got like Dong Regu and somebody else. Anyway, Probe's gonna come in here, he's gonna see the 1-Rax expand. It's gonna harass the SCVs a little bit, but not gonna be able to do too much. And it looks like we actually have no probes mining gas, so it looks like the response is gonna be 1 Zealot and then an expansion. And ooh, gets the awesome Manor pylon. Oh my god, that pylon slot is so brutal. Look at that. He's trapped 2 SCVs in there, right? He's blocking those 2 patches, so 2 SCVs are not mining right now, and all the other SCVs that want to mine from those 2 patches have to go all the way around the back of the mineral line. Ugh! Ugh, that is so brutal. And he just cancels it, right? So he only actually lost, what, like 25 minerals? I can never remember, is it a quarter or a third? He lost like some small amount of minerals and caused quite a lot of grief there for C. And this first out's coming in now, but interestingly, C's also taking his gas now. This is like some newfangled 1-Rax expand going on here. We saw somebody else do this recently. Damn, who was it? We saw some Terran on Sniper Ridge do like barracks on the low ground and then take his gas and not mine gas and then make a command center. Usually when players go 1-Rax expand, they go the barracks and then the command center and then the gas. But I mean, I guess this lets them get the factory out just a little bit faster or something. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But this is I don't know. Let's see if this starts to become the new trend, I guess, the new cool thing to do. And we do see a Nexus there for our Protoss player Mini. So is that actually going to be faster than the command center? It's not going to be very much slower, which is why I like this variation actually, compared to just going for a 1-gate Dragoon into expand. Just to not mine gas, just to delay the 7x core and immediately take the Nexus, because you know you're not under any threat from the Terran, and likewise it's very difficult for you to actually do any damage, significant damage going 1-gate into expansion, especially cross map. It's actually quite funny because this game is playing out like very similar to a game we saw recently on Sniper Ridge. I wish I could remember the players. I'm still waiting for like Blind Raw or Kiet or somebody to tell me who the players were. My trusty aides in my failing memory. Anyway, Scanning SCV gets taken down, but not before he sees everything in the base. Honestly, just seeing that Nexus would be enough. Seeing the Nexus timing would basically let him know kind of what was going on. I guess the SCV getting in there does let him know that it's not a super fast robo follow-up. It is at least a second gateway first. Sometimes players will go for super fast robo and reroutes after this. But in the meantime, everything is standard in the Terran base. C adding on his 2 factories. Most likely going to throw down 2 machine shops immediately as well to pump out those siege tanks. And there's the first machine shop. Do we get a second? I don't know. So Goon Range not quite done yet, of course, because he delayed that cybernetics core, so he's just going to chill in range of that bunker. I believe he's positioned it well so that as soon as Goon Range finishes, that Dragoon will start shooting the bunker. Oh, looks like the Marines actually come out, trying to poke things a little bit. That's very interesting. That's like a StarCraft 2-esque move where, you know, the Protoss has like a stalker or 2 just waiting outside the bunker just to like stop scouting SCVs and whatnot, so the Terran just unloads all his Marines, runs up, and then like snipes a stalker. Man, that happens to me so often. Oh, it's terrible. Freaking Terrans. It's a little bit harder to do in Brood War though. First of all, you can't like rally bunkers, so when you unload, they all just pop out on the bottom. Anyway, Goon Range is now finished, as you can see, and oh, he's actually moving in here, being aggressive, because he does have that Zealot to help tank damage, but that's not really going to work here. Yeah, because the first siege tank, as you can see, is already out, and a couple more SCVs come off the line. Yeah, he's putting on some nice pressure. He killed a couple of SCVs. He's delaying some mining time. He's going to go after the tank, it looks like. I think he misclicked there. Oh man, I think he should have got that tank. He definitely should have gotten that tank. It takes 2 volleys from 4 Dragoons to kill a siege tank. But his first volley hit an SCV. I think he misclicked that one. Oh man, he definitely could have gotten that tank. That actually would have been a really huge win for him. If you get the first siege tank that the Terran makes, that's actually game changing right there. Like, it doesn't seem like much. It's like, oh, it's only 1 tank. But if it's the first tank, man, that is crazy. Because that just delays, you know, any chance of their aggression so much. You know, it forces the SCVs to stay off the line to repair the bunker until they can get their second tank out. It's just really bad news for the Terran. But, you know, while that's been going on, a bunch of Vultures did manage to sneak out despite all the Dragoon pressure at the front. Scan goes down, sees that there's a wall here. Apologies for the slight buffering, by the way. And, whoa, one of the Goons gets taken down, the other Goon's going to try and block, but actually, the 4 Speed Vultures are going to get into the main here, but the second round of Dragoons from the gateways is hopefully going to finish soon, but unfortunately not before the mines go down around the gateways. Oh god, this is going to be so bad for Mini. Oh man, he was going for a Reaver, and now that means his Observer is delayed. Oh, he's got to pick up the Reaver. He picks up the Reaver in time, but the probes are all going down. Oh my god, he's going to use the Reaver to defend. That Reaver might be his saving grace right here. But man, that was a lot of damage. Oh man, I'm so sorry about this lag. Let me just hold that. Alright, hopefully it goes away. Or not. Or we're just terrible. But we are going to see a 3rd command center here from C. So we're going to follow up with Le Macro. And we actually do see a 3rd Nexus at the mineral only for what's his face? The Mini as well. I don't think the Vultures actually see that. I don't think C saw that. Whoa! Spider mines are pretty good. And they're free. Oh my god, does Mini think he's... Man, Mini's been practicing really hard with Bogus, or sorry, C's been like taking lessons from Fantasy or Bogus or something, because his Vultures are going crazy here. Mini's not happy about this, man. Interestingly enough, though, Mini's still ahead in the supply. He's at 63 supply against the 55 supply of C. So even though C's been doing some sick vulture harassment, he's actually not. I mean, you know, every time he does that, he loses all the vultures as well. So he's actually still behind in the supply. But I mean, I'd say, you know, all this harassment so far has been absolutely worth it. And oh, this SEV, is he gonna see that shuttle? Oh, I see you there. It's got shuttle speed though, so this is actually quite a big investment for Mini. He really wants to do some damage with this, but he's already got a turret ring around his base, presumably in decent positions, and he's bringing back his units. So Mini's actually just going to pull back here, not going to bother going in, just trying to go for it. And I'm just trying to see. Okay, hold on. My Skype is actually open right now. Let me see if closing that will help us out a little bit. Close everything. Stop the porn. I can't stop the porn, guys. That's the one thing I will not compromise. I can close all my other programs, but not the porn, man. Not even for StarCraft. My passion is not that great. So we are going to have a Templar Archives falling up. No Stargate, so it is just going to be, I guess, High Templar. It doesn't make sense to do DT drops at this point. He's actually just going for a High Templar mid game. This is very interesting. Generally, we see Protosses favor. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Debo! Is it gonna dud? It's gonna dud! Oh, Scarabs! Why must you be so foolish? Oh man, that could have been huge. Oh god, and now turret's gonna go up there. There's a Goliath there. Oh, that's really unlucky for Mini. You got like 2 Scarabs off there. Oh, so bad, so bad. But yeah, we often see Protosses favor going for faster Arbiters more than just going for those High Templar and for Storm. But I do think going for Storm in the mid game is so much cooler. I mean, like, yeah, Arbiters in the stasis, yeah, it's all fine and good. I mean, it works, but just seeing the mass storms all over a tank line, it's so glorious. I love it. I love it. So like, oh, Dragoon's gonna go harass the engineering bay. Is he still really on just 4 gateways? Mini actually needs some gateways right now. He's actually taking a 3 o'clock. Mini's actually taking his 4th Nexus with only... Is it really only 4 gateways? I'm so nervous when I'm saying this, because I'm like, he can't possibly only have 4 gateways. I'm looking at the mini-map. Do I just like not know how to count? Hold on, wait. That 1, 2, 3, 4. Can somebody confirm that he does actually only have 4 gateways? I don't even believe my own eyes. Alright, he's adding more now, but that's actually quite risky. And I think he feels safe. Okay, there's 2 reasons. There's 2 reasons he feels safe doing this. Because normally this is so risky. If you take a 4th base off 4 gateways, the Terran, any kind of 2 base push, and even any kind of 3 base push, like fast 3 base timing, will just kill you outright. Okay, well actually no, there's three things going on here. Okay, 1, Reaver harass. Okay, Reavers are keeping the Terran defensive. He's threatening to Reaver harass all over the place. He's forcing C to be defensive, to build turrets. So Reavers, you know, very regularly used in this matchup to kind of keep the Terran contained. Secondly, C's done a lot of vulture harass. He's lost a lot of vultures, and what that does is, even though it does economic damage, it also delays the push, because you're just basically throwing away your units. And even though vultures are somewhat expendable, they're very cheap and they're obviously very quick to build. It does, you know, you are still committing those units to harassment rather than saving them for a big attack. It looks like, oh, we're gonna have a storm drop. Storm! Oh, catches the tail end of the SEVs. Not quite enough there. It's also difficult to storm drop SEVs because they have so much HP. It looks like the shuttle's just going to chill there for a bit. But yeah, I want to go back to my points. Okay, so that was 2 points. 3rd point, he went for Templar tech instead of Arbiters. That also makes a lot more sense to me now. I said just now, you know, it's more common for players to go for Arbiters, but Arbiter tech is extremely slow. It takes forever to get to there. You know, you need the Templar Archives and the Stargate, and then the Arbiter Tribunal, and then you need to make an Arbiter, which takes like 5 hours to build, right? So that's very, very slow, but if you go for High Templars instead, you actually have your support units a lot quicker, so your mid-game army is actually is a lot stronger than if you just waited for Arbiters. So I think there's just a lot of combination of different factors going on here. But Mini's also taking the top right main. This is crazy. Like, he's doing this awesome Reaver harassment here at the 30. He's forced to lift, and he's taking the top right main. He's just going absolutely wild right now. And it's actually working here. C's just going to be so defensive right now. He's like, oh my god, this guy's Reaver harassing me like crazy. Like, you know, he's all you know, tightening up and like trying to deflect the blows. You know, it's like in a boxing match. Like right now it's like Mini's the guy is just like wailing away on the other guy, and the other guy just has like his hands over his head. He's just like purely defensive mode. So, you know, absolutely no thoughts of counterattacking, and this is what's making this relentless expanding safe. This is actually a really cool stall for Mini. I mean, C's trying to do a bit of counter vulture harassment, but Dragoon's on the map, gonna deny this. This is really, really nice stuff. And oh no, that's not nice stuff. Mini lands both Reavers on a spider mine. Oh no. Well, I guess that's the end of that. Mini making a colossal mistake there. Oh my god. But he's gonna go Storm Drop. Storm on the SCV line. Where's the second one? Where's the second Storm? Buffer in a second Storm? I hope it's a buffer in a second Storm. But man, Mini's being so aggressive for this game. Wow, this is crazy. This like reminds me of the game where he like pro-brushed some Terran that went 14cc on this map. He's like, cross spawns? Alright, I got this guy. Just pro-brush him. Just pro-brush this guy. Nobody 14cc's Mini. Oh, I hope he has another Storm there. Oh, no, he doesn't. The thing is, even though he lost his Reavers, like Mini's still in a fantastic position, and he's like non-stop making shuttles. That's like his 4th shuttle or something, or maybe his 3rd. Because he, oh actually no, he didn't lose the shuttle when he lost the Reavers. He saved the shuttle, so that might be like the Reaver shuttle there. Whoa! Buffer into Storm Drop, Storm Drop, Storm Drops, Storm! Yeah! Not that many SCVs here though. C just lost so many SCVs, but those Zealots are also going to go kill that Siege Tank. And C looks like he's had enough. He's just going to push. He actually just cannot be bothered to defend his base anymore. He's just like, alright, fuck it. Fuck SCVs, man. Fuck economy. Let's just go. Let's just go. And this is actually the absolute correct decision by C. Because look at how many resources Mini's devoting to the harass. He's just spent so many Zealots and High Templars. His ground army is going to be so weak. Yes, this is exactly the correct decision by C, punishing Mini for being over-aggressive with his harassment. This is actually something that you know, like a lot of you know, new players don't realize is when the opponent player is harassing you so much, like you're being defensive, you're like really scared, you think you're behind because you're losing so many workers, but a lot of times he's devoting so many resources to harass that you have these timings where you can just go and kill him. And I don't know if it's gonna work though, because I don't know if it's a little bit too late. I think C should have done this a little while ago. And you know, a couple of Templars were still out there. He did snipe them down, but they killed a lot of the vultures. He's got most of the siege tanks remain, but he's running out of the buffering units, the vultures and the Goliath support. It looks like, oh, what is that? Is that gonna be for Zealot bombs? Yes, it is. Did he just bomb an SCV making a turret? That's quite interesting. But look at this. I mean, C's economy is really shot, but this counterattack though might actually just work. Mini, as you can see, is buffering into death. Oh, and I paused the stream as well. Oh shit! Is it gonna be buffering to GG? Oh, buffer into no Protoss main. Ah! Buffer into no main base. Excellent, excellent. I like it. Alright, I mean, it was gonna happen anyway. Mini has absolutely nothing he can do right now. Oh, actually, I can reverse a little bit. Oh, he's making scouts! What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh no! Oh my god, I think he was he massing scouts as a BM move? Did Mini actually thought he won the game? What? Why are there scouts? He's making carriers now. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? He's made carriers. Oh god, that made. Oh man, I think that's also why Mini's ground army was so weak. He was doing like he first was doing a BM scout move. He was gonna make scouts and like try and be cool like that. And then the push comes and he's like, oh shit, I might actually die. So he makes 3 carriers, but it's already too late. It's too late. Oh no. And you know, for those of you who are like, well, why did he need a fleet beacon if he was going scouts? It's because you get scout speed from a fleet beacon. You freaking newbies, go and play some BGH. All right. Scout speed comes from a fleet beacon, and everybody knows that you don't make scouts unless you have scout speed. So he was gonna get scouts at speed. And then he shot himself and made carriers instead because he knew he was going to lose. But it's too late, man. Mini, you dropped the ball. Mini tried to get too cute. Although actually, carriers are pretty good. You might actually win anyway because carriers are like even better than DTs. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. C's run out of units. I mean, alright, he's killing the Expo, but he's got like no Goliaths right now, and you know he lost so many SCVs earlier that his infrastructure isn't good enough to make a billion Goliaths to defend this. But these Stargates gonna get unpowered. Stargate's unpowered, dude. Hold on, guys, I'm gonna switch streams here. So I think this one's lagging less. Alright, you guys ready? Oh wow, this one's like completely broken. Alright, never mind. I did like pop out video and it just stopped working. Alright, I guess we're staying on VLC. But actually it looks like there are actually a decent number of Goliaths out. And this is actually not a very good map for carriers because of how open in the middle it is. I mean, Jangbi himself even said, you know, none of the current Pro League or OSL maps are very good for carriers. They're just really big, open, 4-player maps, no good terrain features to abuse. So, yeah, Mini just instantly GG's. He knows. He can't do it. And C, with a huge grin on his face, is gonna take game number 2 here. He knows! He knows! Oh man, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. I cannot believe it. Catching Mini, little hot-headed Mini, trying to be cute with his scouts, and then boom, taking him down. Look at Last being like, dude, what the fuck were you thinking? Oh, Mini. It's alright, that's alright. I applaud the effort. I applaud it. Good job, Mini. You tried to go scout. Oh dear. Alright, so we're gonna go on to the StarCraft 2 matches after this. Team 8 will take the Brutal Best of 3 2-0